Tonight we will turn our attention to that subject, to decide how do I get myself ready. And by doing that, I'm going to introduce you to the only source I know that makes our soul ready. I'm going to introduce you to David's God, to Daniel's God, to Abraham's God. In Bible you read, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What about you? Do you have a God? I want to introduce you to God. Now watch me. I don't want to bore you, but follow me. I think, Donald Trump has been getting some bad press. Yeah. I think God gets some bad press. What do you mean by that, preacher? I think a lot of people don't represent God correctly. Oh, no, hold on. Let me fix that. I think a lot of Christians do not represent God correctly. Why? Because I think the way they were taught about God does not reflect the true nature of God. So here's what happened. Because a lot of Christians don't read the Bible for themselves, rather the only information they get is what somebody else tells them from the pulpit. So they grew up on a diet of what people tell them who God is. So I'm saying, so if the pulpit is wrong, then they go wrong with it. Are we together? Yeah. And the last time I checked my Bible, it didn't say the pulpit is a lamp unto your feet. It says what? Thy word. But the problem is a lot of people don't read they don't read the word. They listen to the pulpit. The truth is, however, is that the pulpit is supposed to be right. But there are so many pulpits around, you don't know which is right and which is wrong. So we can't trust the pulpit any longer. We trust the word. Trust the word. Anything this says, you can follow it. It's a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your pathway. So I'm going to use the word to introduce you to the one source that I know that can get you ready. Point one. Point two. I don't know you guys, which is good. So I can talk freely. I don't know if it happens here, but everywhere I go, I come across individuals who really and honestly don't think that God can help them. Yeah, because when they recall their life and how bad they have been, they don't feel that God can ever help them. So they write themselves off. So just in case I have somebody like that under the tent, this message is for you. And then we have a lot of folks who feel that they don't need any help, they're already perfect. Because they're in the church years ago. As if to say, the longer you are in church is the perfect you are. Longevity in church don't make anybody spiritual. Doesn't make you perfect. Because the devil in the church longer than you are.
Amen, sir. Yes, sir.
So if just in case there's anybody who feel that they already make it to the heaven, you can leave anytime you want to. Because this message is not for you. This message is for those who are struggling. Mess up but still struggling. Troubled but still struggling. Are you with me? This message for those who sometimes you wake up and you wonder if you're ever going to make it. This is your message. If that describes you, then fasten your seatbelt. I'll start tonight. God on the night shift. I'll start with this text. Genesis 28 verse 10. I put it on the screen for those who don't have a Bible, but if you have your Bible, you can look at it because you need to know where to find it. Genesis 28 verse 10. Where the Bible is? Genesis 28 verse 10. It's a simple text. Very simple. But it's a powerful text. Looking at the text, you don't see any power in it. No juice, no life. But it's there, looking at you. Genesis 28. Jacob left Beersheba and set out to Haran. Jacob left Beersheba and set out to Haran. Now, for you to have any understanding of the text, you need to know a few things that surround it. Is that all right? Yeah. First, we need to know who Jacob is. Amen? Yeah. Secondly, we want to know why is he leaving Beersheba. And thirdly, we want to know why is he heading to Haran. When I'm finished with that, you can go home. Jacob, very popular guy. But for those of you who don't know your Bible too well, let me help you with who Jacob is. Jacob is the grandson of Father Abraham. Is that all right? Father Abraham has many sons, and I am one of them, and so are you. Jacob is the grandson of Father Abraham. In other words, Father Abraham, when he was almost 100 years old, had a child with his 90 years old wife. One day we'll talk about that. Oh Lord. And by the way, he never used Viagra. I just need to put that in. Because God has his own Viagra. So any of you having problem in that department, man is 99 years old. In fact, when Sarah heard that she's going to be pregnant, she laughed. Laugh after God. Say, an old woman like me can't have any pleasure. Laugh at God. An angel have to say, is there anything too hard for God to do? Are you with me? God delivered. God made a promise to the man when he was 75 years old. 25 years ago, God made a promise to the man. And 25 years later, when all hopes is gone for the possibility of a child, that's when God allows them to be pregnant. Which means that pregnancy is not theirs, but God's. So they got pregnant. Father Abraham and his wife Sarah, old couple, they got pregnant. And they had a son named Isaac. Are you with me? Yes. Good. And then Isaac married a nice pretty girl by the name of Rebecca. And they got a son. They got a pregnancy. She couldn't get pregnant. It looked like, pregnancy problem run into the family because Sarah couldn't get pregnant. And then the one son married Rebecca and they couldn't get pregnant. Are we together? Yeah, and then Jacob himself married a girl that he liked, Rachel, and she couldn't get pregnant. It's a family disease. Hang on. So Abraham has this son in his old age called Isaac. Isaac married to Rebecca, and they finally, after years of trying, has twins. Yeah, twins. And by the way, she had a rough pregnancy with the twins. Yeah, pregnancy with the twins. It was inside her tummy. The two children, not children, feti. They're fighting. Even when some women have one baby inside, they still give trouble. Because sometimes you watch the belly and they move from left to right. Everybody. You wonder what they're doing inside. Sometimes the whole belly moves to the right and then the whole belly moves to the left, like some sci-fi movie. You all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So inside she was pregnant and the two babies inside here fighting. And she worried. She couldn't understand what happened. And she went to God because there was no ultrasound at the time. Only ultrasound is God. So she went to God and asked, God, what's going on? And God said, there are 2 nations in your belly. And they're struggling. When she gave birth to the 2 of them, when they came out, they named one Esau and the other one Jacob. Everybody knows them. They're the most popular twins in the Bible. Esau and the other one is Jacob. So Jacob, watch me now. So Jacob, both Esau and Jacob, they are grandchildren of Father Abraham. They must call Father Abraham grandfather. Are you with me? They grew up in a Christian home. You couldn't get Abraham's house more godly. Morning and evening worship. Are you with me? Yeah. They were fed on a diet of God. They were fed with godliness, because I tell you, Abraham was a close friend of God. Are you with me? So it was in that environment that the 2 boys grew up. And stay with the preacher tonight. It was that environment that the 2 boys grew up. They heard about God morning, noon, and night. They prayed, they worship, they bring animals, they sacrifice. The whole orientation of the boys was godly. But the 2 of them have 2 different spirits. Jacob was, watch me. Jacob was good inside, but bad outside. He had a good heart, but his behavior is not consistent with his heart. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. Have you ever had a good child who you know is good, but him just behave bad? That's Jacob. He was soft. Yeah. He was soft. He was caring. He was tender, but mischievous. That boy was a devil picnic. You know, devil picnic. The devil took hold of him from the day he was born. Everything that boy did was questionable. He was a very crooked fellow. Bended. Let me help you. It is him. It is that same Jacob. It is that same Jacob who he likes to stay home. His brother, on the other hand, don't like home. He likes to hunt. Is that same Jacob one day that his brother Esau came in hungry one day, and when he came home, Joseph was at home cooking. Jacob was at home cooking. Now, in some other part they call it running a boat. Somebody know what I'm talking about. He was cooking in the middle of the day. See, he always at home, you know. He can cook and clean and wash and do all kind of stuff. That guy there. So he was cooking, and his brother, twin brother from the same placenta, came home, dying with hunger, and says, "Hey, Jay, give me some of the food, man." And he says, "Yeah, you can get some. I have enough. But nothing for nothing. A little for your money." Say, if I give you food, you have to give me something in return. So he says, yeah, so what would you want? He says, listen, I would want to be the bigger brother. Okay. Oh, no, you don't get it. Oh, yeah. See, Esau came out first. Yeah. So Esau is the bigger of the 2. Yeah. Are you with me? Yeah. And in those days, all the father's legacy goes to the older son. And in fact, if it is 2 sons, it is shared 2/3 for the older and 1/3 for the younger. So most of the rights and the privilege, everything goes to the older son. So he, although he was the younger one, he wasn't satisfied with his portion. So he really wanted to be the bigger one, the first one. So he decided to negotiate with his brother to be the first one, which means that all the legacy of the family, including being the priest of the home, including the blessing that God gave Abraham that should pass down through the generation, he desired it. And so he said to his brother Esau, okay, the only way you can get some of my food is if you sell me your birthright. And by the way, here's the brother. You can read it when you go home. It's in verse 28. The brother Esau says, well, this is how he reasoned it. He sold him, but this is how he reasoned it out. He says, well, I am dying for hunger right now. And if I don't get the food, I'm going to die. And if I die, then Jacob get it. Are you with me? So might as well I just take the food and sell him. No. Listen. When people hungry, they talk foolishness. You know that? That's why business people, when they're making deal, they go for lunch. You know that? Yeah, because when you're hungry, you talk rubbish. No, who told him he will die? I mean, people can live 40 days without food. You didn't hear that people can live 40 days without food? But when you're hungry, you talk foolishness. So he gave, sell him for the plate of food. He eat the food, and Jacob got the birthright. No, it is nothing physical, nothing transfer physical. It's just an understanding that I'm now in charge. Can you get that? Yeah. Okay. That's how that boy behaved. Well, that's not what caused him to be run to Herod. Here's what happened. He's at home always with his mama. And so because he helped out mama, Rebecca so often, mama tend to love him more than Esau. Some of you are guilty. Guilty. Mama loved Jacob more than Esau. Because if mama need a room to sweep out, Jacob is there. If mama need the garbage to pick up, Jacob is there. If any little help mama need, Jacob is there. And Jacob is mama's handbag. Okay. So mama loved Jacob. But the daddy prefer Esau. Because he's a hunter. He look food and can come home and feed the family. And the daddy says, that's my boy. So there's a division in the family. Are you with me? Hang on there. And if that is happening in your family, a long time it's happening. Hang on there. So daddy gets old. One eye blind, almost can't see out of the other eye, and is approaching death. And daddy secretly called Esau, the son he likes, and said to Esau, boy, come here quickly. Go and kill one of the animals that you hunt. And cook it for me and bring it to me. Let me eat it so I can bless you and then die. Well, his wife heard, women always. Lord have mercy. Women hearing power is greater than men. You know that? Yeah. All when you don't talk, women hear you say something. Yeah. They're powerful stuff.
Yes, sir.
She heard when her husband told the son that. And so Esau ran out of the house, got his spear, ran out of the house, gone to hunt the animal, to come back and cook it. And what mama did said, come here, Jay. Your daddy just promised your brother to bless him. And he's gone to look the food. But here, go around the back of the house and get one of the goat and kill it. And I'll prepare it for you. The mother was part of the conspiracy. Are you with me? And so Joe run to the back and take one of the goat that they have tied up on there, and they kill it and they cook curry goat. Oh Lord, that's what your Bible says. For those of you who are vegetarian, this goat they cook. And they cook the goat. She cook it up nicely, just like how she knows the daddy likes it. It's a long time she cooking for him, so she know how he likes it. Are you with me? Yeah. And she gave it to Joe. She said, take it in quickly before your brother came. And Joe carried the stuff in. But before he carried the stuff in, the mother says, no, you can't go in like that. Because you have to pretend as if you are Esau. So he draw Joseph back and Jacob back, and he went into Esau's little section of the tent, and he took Esau's clothes. One of the dirty clothes he had that's filled with his sweat. And he gave it to Jacob, and then Jacob put it on, but he has a problem because his hands are left out. And you see, Esau's hand is hearing, and his hand is smooth. He's a smooth hand boy, his mama's boy, Sue's hand boy. So he went outside, and the goat skin the goat that they kill, they take the skin and he wrap it around, and this is a real crook, you know. And he take the goat skin and it wrap it. I'm not telling you an answer story, it's in your Bible. And he wrap it around his hand, cover it to make the hand feel hairy. Hello, people. I'm talking about a boy who grew up in Abraham's house. I'm talking about a boy who prayed to God every day and every evening and sacrificed to God, who were fed on the diet of righteousness. And in that very house, the conspiracy to deceive is taking place. So he dressed himself up, and he get the food hot, and he walk into his daddy's tent. And daddy says, who is that? He can't see too well. Who is that? It's me, Esau, pa. I brought the food that you ask. And daddy says, are you sure? Says, yes, pa. Daddy says, your voice sound like Jacob though. Come a little closer, let me feel you. So the boy went a little close, and daddy feel his arms and feel the hair in his arm. This is in your Bible, Genesis chapter 28. Feel the hair in his arm, and old daddy says, your hand feel like Esau, but your voice sound like Jacob. No, daddy, it's me Esau, it's me Esau. And the father said, all right. And the father took the food, ate it, and then pronounced his blessing on Jacob. And by the way, those days when your daddy bless you, you stay blessed. I don't know, daddy don't bless their children anymore. Back then you don't want your daddy die unless you get the blessing from your father. Are you with me? Yeah, and so he blessed Jacob. Empty out all the blessing on him. Empty out. Listen, God is a strange God, you know. He empty out. David, Jacob get the blessing by deception, but God still honor it. Oh, you don't get it. Yeah. I'm telling you, you don't know God, because the God they tell you is that they don't paint God properly. Jacob got the blessing on the deception, but God still honor it. Hang on here. He blessed Jacob and emptied out everything on Jacob. Give him all the promises. Jacob, tell her thanks and creep out. No longer has he gone out that Esau walking with his cooked food. Hey, Dad, I'm here. Who is that? Esau, your son, your first son. Dad says, no, Esau just came in here. No, Dad, this is me. Dad says, come a little closer. And he felt him, his hands, and felt the hair and his voice. Now the daddy realized what has happened. His own son deceived him and accepted the blessing on the deception, charged with receiving goods, stuff that he's not entitled to. And the daddy's heart was broken. And Esau stood there in the tent and says, Dad, don't you have another blessing for me? And Dad says, no, I'll give everything to Jacob. And anger stirred up in Esau's heart. Esau's lift his hand to God and swear by Almighty God that as soon as his daddy closed his eye, he's killing Jacob. And again, Jacob's mother heard the threat. Are you with me? Yeah. She heard the threat. She said, come Jay. We have a problem. Your brother just swear by Almighty God that as soon as your father died, he's going to kill you. He said, listen, I have a big problem at my hand. Jay, you can't stay here. Why? Because if Esau, watch this, if your daddy dies, that's one debt I have to deal with. And if Esau kill you, that is second debt. And based on the law, if Esau kill you, then they're going to kill Esau for murder because they're going to stone him for murder. So I'm going to lose the whole family. trouble break out in the house of the man of God. So she take Joe. She said, Joe, you can't stay. Jay, you can't stay. You gotta get out. Where am I going? He said, I'm gonna send you to my uncle. Where's your uncle? My uncle lives in Haran, in Padamaran. Okay. So he take a little scandal bag and put his food, his clothes in it, wrap it up, and say, run. We catch up verse 10. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. Beersheba is the home where he grew up. Beersheba represents all his badness. Beersheba represents all the evil that he has done, all his corrupt life. So really, he's running from his past. Are you with me? Yeah. He's running from his past. He's not running to find a new life somewhere. And that song says, I'm running for my life. He's running for his life. He's running out of the community because his reputation in the community stinks. He's running from the community because somebody's after his. He's running from his past, running for bad life, running from his land, running like a fugitive. Here is his track on the map. Down is Beersheba, and he's going all the way up to Haran. Boy never take that journey in his life because the boy is a mama's boy, he never leave home yet. So that evening when he left home, he don't even know where he is going. Are you with me? Now, but he started the journey. The Bible says he started the journey running for his life, changing community. And some of you may be very much here because you're running from somewhere else. Can't stay home, it's too hot. Situation in your past you're not proud of. Running. In fact, some of you may be very much here looking at a place to run and can't find anywhere to go. So you're stuck here. Hang on, because if that describes you, I have a word for you this evening. Running for his life. He started the journey into a place he don't know where he's going. But he started, he can't stay home, so he must move on. Verse 11 says, when he reached a certain place. Are you with me? He stopped there for the night because the sun had set. Now remember, they don't have street light, It's bush they live in. Are you with me? There's no street light, there's no house light, there's no flashlight, there's no light. I'm no cell phone with no light, there's no light. So when darkness come. Are you with me? So when the sun sets and darkness approaches, you better find a place to camp. So the Bible said he stopped at a place because the sun has set, and he found a little spot, and he took one of the stones that were there and put it on his head and lay down to rest for the night in the open air. Jew with him. His mama's boy. It's the first time in his life he doesn't have a house to sleep in. Why? Because of the stupidity of his past. There are some people who find themselves in situations that you're not supposed to be, but your past has set you up. For the first time, he's going to bed without dinner. First time, he's going to bed without mama or papa. First time, he has no roof over his head. First time, he's sleeping with the animals. All because of his stupidity of the past. Jacob, he take a stone, put it under his head, and lay down to sleep. God of mercy. Abraham's grandson has now turned a fugitive, a vagabond, has a reputation in the community that is so far from what Abraham would have appreciated. How many of you are guilty of the very same thing? That's not the life you are now living, is not how your mama brought you up. How many of you have made mistakes in your past, decisions that you regret, that catapult you into situations that you never expected to be. How many of you right now are at a place you never wanted to be, only because of the decisions you make in your past? Jacob found himself there, laying all by himself in the night, in the darkness. Oh, this is where the servant of the Lord comes in the book Desire of Ages. She writes, before he went to bed, he recalled the happenings of the day and felt sorry for this foolishness that he has done. Oh, regret. Watch me, folks. You know, when the crowd is gone and you find, hey, by the way, there are some prisoners that'll tell you, when the crowd is gone and the prison door is slammed shut behind their back and they alone in that prison, is that time they reflect their life. Jacob started to reflect what happened in the day. Look at his mistake, and he became ashamed of himself. And in that very moment out there between him and God, he started to talk to God. He started to pour out his heart to God. He started to ask God, if you have one piece of forgiveness that you have left back, I'm going to ask you for it. Forgive Jacob. He wrestled with God. He wept that night. I water fall from his eyes down his face and wet his chest as he bawled out to God and asked God for forgiveness, because now he realized what a foolish thing he has done. And after he cried, he went to sleep out there in the bush. And the Bible says, and he had a dream. Oh, Lord of mercy. Hang on. The Bible says what? And he had a dream in which he saw a ladder resting on the earth. Church of God, look at the text. He saw a ladder resting on the earth, and where the top reach, and the top reach heaven. Are you with me? Yeah. He went to sleep, and in his sleep, God who works the night shift walked into his sleep, and the Bible says in his sleep he saw a ladder. No, hang on. A ladder. No, hold on. What's the purpose for a ladder? A ladder can only do one or two things, right? You can either go down on it. Oh man. Or it can either take you down or it take you up. Are you with me? And since the bottom of the ladder is on planet Earth, there's no further to go. Which means that any movement on that ladder is up. Jacob says the bottom of the ladder touched the earth, and when you look up, the top reached heaven. Hello, somebody. So in his dream, God sent Jacob a ladder for one reason: to climb out of the situation that he find himself in. Hello, people. A ladder. Because that night when he poured his heart out to God, God was working the night shift. And I want to tell you something. Every one of you sitting down here, you must understand, God has not changed his program. He still works the night shift. And whatever situation you find yourself in, one talk with Jesus, God will send you a ladder. Some of us can stand up and testify that the only reason we are where we are is because God sent us a ladder. Hey, like a song say, I was sinking deep in sin, sinking to rise no more. Ladder. Some of you were in some deals that will send you to prison. You cry out to God and God send you a ladder. Some of you are in bad relationship that would send your soul to hell. God send you a ladder. There are still many more ladders available. If he can only find Jacob who's willing to cry out to him. No matter what, hey, you are hooked on drugs, God can send you a ladder to take you out of drugs. You're hooked on drinking, God can send you a ladder to take you out of the rum bar. You're hooked on women, God can send you a ladder. Whatever your situation is, there's a ladder available for you. A ladder. Oh man, somebody needs to say, God, you know my situation. I need a ladder. Hello, somebody. Hey, by the way, when you pray for a ladder, this isn't, you don't go to church to pray for a ladder. Because you don't want anybody to know, oh man, you don't want nobody to know that you need ladder. See where the guy was? He alone and God. Are you with me? Yeah, he alone and God. So when you and God lock up alone, you can tell him all your sorrows, you can tell him all your joys, you can tell him what pleases you, you can tell him what annoys. He will tell you what you ought to do. He will tell you how to try. And so we talk together, my Lord and I. A ladder.
Preach the word, sir.
When you in those situations, church prayers can't help you. But church, when you pray at church, you have to make sure that you're subject to the verb agree. When you're under the tree out there, subject and verb no come into this. You can talk to God anyhow.
Yes, sir.
Ladder.
Yes, sir.
God sent him a ladder. Are you with me? I don't care how bad you are. I don't care how many abortions you've taken. I don't care how ganja you smoke. I don't care what your reputation is. If you can only talk to God, a ladder is available.
Bless the Lord, sir.
He's still the ladder sender.
Yes, sir.
Ladder. Well. Jacob says the ladder wasn't empty. He says, and angels, oh Lord have mercy, and angels of God were ascending and descending. I think this is where Fanny Crosby get her inspiration from. Angels descend from above, bring from above echoes of mercy and whispers of love. Yeah, the ladder wasn't empty, which tells Jacob that even though you're out there and you think you're by yourself, no. God knows just where to find you, and he has sent angels to keep your company, because the eyes of the Lord still watch over you. Are you with me? Understand the preacher. You don't have to be good for God to watch over you. As long as you're a child of the living King, he watches over you.
Praise the Lord, sir.
Because even though Jacob was bad on the outside, his behavior was bad, God has a capacity to look beyond the badness and see inside and know that there's a heart he can work with. So don't write yourself off. While you're shacking up at home with a man and you don't think God, don't write yourself off. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Whatever you're gambling, you're drinking, don't write yourself off. God send ladder. Oh, please no. God don't send ladder for church people, you know. But church people don't need. Church people don't need ladder. God only send ladder for those who sense the need for deliverance. Are you with me? Yeah. God only sends ladder for those who sense the need of deliverance. And don't fool yourself here. Jacob was a part of a Christian family. There's quite a lot of Christians who are in turmoil. And God can hear you. If you can only go somewhere and cry out to him, he'll send you a ladder.
Yes, sir.
One thing I know, they don't short a ladder up there.
Amen, sir.
Amen.
Amen.
There's a ladder for you and a ladder for me. And a ladder for anybody who asks for it. You just need to ask for it. Are you with me? And before you go home tonight, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask for your ladder. Well, can I go on? I love this thing. Are you enjoying this thing? Or is me enjoying it all by myself? So he keep his eyes on the ladder. He's in his dream. Pride ladder. From heaven to earth. So as he watched the ladder, verse 13 says, if you just joining us, I'm in Genesis 28 verse 20. Verse 13 says, and behold, watch me. His eyes were on the ladder, going for every tread on the ladder, going up. Every round goes higher and higher. Yeah. So when you reach the top, you notice a pair of feet. And your eyes go up. When you look, he was staring in the face of God. Hold on, people. At the top of the ladder is God. Hang on. And Jacob in his dream stood still, looking at what's happening before him. And God says, broke the silence, and says, I am the Lord God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. Hold on. This sounds like an introduction to me. Sound like introduction to you? Yeah. I am Shian O'Connor from the Cayman Island. That's introduction. God walked into the guy's dream and introduced himself. Oh, God. And introduced himself to Abraham's grandson. Said, hey, Jacob, you may not know me, but I know you. I'm the God of your father Abraham, your grandfather Abraham, and I'm the God of your father Isaac. You know, I'm Abraham's God and I'm Isaac God. I run in the family. So if you want to be, I can be your God. Hello, somebody. I am your family God. Some of you are family dentist and family lawyer, but you need to have family God. I am your family. Oh, Lord of mercy. I'm your family God. I'm your grandpa's God. I'm your daddy's God. And if you want, I can be your God too. And if you behave yourself, I can be the God of your children and your children's children. Hello, somebody. What a God. Oh, Lord. When I read that, I applied to that God. Because I want him to be my God too. Anybody here want him to be your God too? Yes, sir. I want him to run in my family. I want him to be my family God. But when I have any problem, I can turn to him. Hey, he's a balm in Gilead. Are you with me? Family God. He introduced himself to Jacob. I run in your family. Oh, Lord. And Jacob still can't talk to you. Because he's shocked. And then God continued talking. He says, and by the way, this is the land that you're lying down on. Oh, Lord of mercy. The land on which you lie, I'm going to give it to you. Hold on. We don't know who's paying taxes for the land. But the last time I checked, the earth belonged to the Lord. And the wilderness thereof. Are you with me? He can give anybody land he wants. Because he belonged to him. He says, Joe, I don't care who paying taxes. I'm giving you that piece of land you're lying down on. Praise the Lord. So watch. This is serious. So watch me. Before the boy reached him going, God start blessing.
Yes. Amen.
No, you should have a problem with that. Yeah. The way they taught you in church. Let me say those of you who grew up in church, raise your hand. Whatever religion, I don't care. Yeah, the way they taught you in church, you should have a problem with that. What problem should we have, Pastor? Hey, the guy running away from bad behavior. How is God going to bless him without correcting him? Hold on. The guy is a fugitive. The guy is a crook. The guy is a thief. Are you with me? And the reason why he's out there is because he's running away from his bad behavior. And God runs straight up into him. And the first thing God did was to pile blessing on him. Well, the church I grew up had a problem with that. Because that sounds as if God is rewarding bad behavior. Hello? I tell you, no, don't know God. If we ever try that in church, the church would tear us down. Watch this. The land in which you lie, I'm going to give it to you. Lord have mercy. I don't care who's paying the taxes. I'm going to give it to you. Oh, watch this. And I'm going to give it to you and your descendant. No, hold on. What is descendant? Children. But the boy don't even have a girlfriend. hold on. Watch this. The boy don't even have a girlfriend. But God already promised him children. And not only children, but promises children that don't exist the land. Oh, you don't understand. Hold on. Hey, the guy don't even have a wife. Are you with me? And God already speak future into his life. Are you with me? And not only give him children, but leave the land for his children that he don't even have as yet. Oh, God. In other words, God, in accounting, we call it prepayment. Am I right or am I right? In accounting, yeah. We call it prepayment. Prepayment. We pay it in advance. Are you with me? Yeah, you can't use it in the current year because it's prepayment. God bless him in advance.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord. So watch me. So before he even go any further, God already promised him both children and property. Well then. See, the church I grew up in would say, no, God, you can't do that. Straighten out the boy first. See, watch my lips. Those of you who have messed up your life. God is not in the business of punishing people. God is in the business of redeeming people. Are you with me? God is in the business of redemption, not punishment. God wants you to change your ways.
Praise the Lord.
God don't need to punish him. He cried all night last night already. Are you with me? Next verse. Verse 14. God's still talking. Also, you know, also your descendants shall be like the dust of the earth. And the boy don't even find a wife yet. God help us. You shall spread abroad. You'll get so broad. God have mercy. You'll get so broad that you can stretch out to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And by the way, Jay, in you, watch this thing coming out of God's mouth. In you and in your seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. From a man who's running away from a bad life. So can somebody tell me that there's not hope for somebody in the tent tonight?
The Lord, son.
Can somebody not tell me that the God I serve wants you to come home? Can't you understand that no matter what you did, no matter what your life is, no matter what your history is, God says, come home! The church may not love you, but I love you. You ain't coming to the church, you're coming to me. Come home. Whatever your mess up is in the past, come home. Whatever all of us blunder, from the preacher right down to pew. Every one of us have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Let nobody in the church behave like you're more holy and righteous than anybody else. It's only by the grace of God why we are here. Come home! Come home. All of you, every family, including this one of the 10, will be blessed through a man who is crooked. Which means that God has already cut out his future. Are you with me? Man cried last night and confessed his sins before God, and God acted upon it right away. Now I want to say to you, if you bow your head and drop your chin in your chest and says, God, what you did for Jacob, do it for me, Lord. Because I'm in the same predicament. I used to go to church, but I'm in the same predicament. I know what is right from what is wrong, but I'm in the same predicament. You say, God, you don't change. You're the same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow. If that is true, God, send me a ladder. Because I want to climb out of my situation. I'm struggling too long, too much heartache, too much pain. Send me a ladder. Send me a ladder. God says, verse 15, God's still talking. He says, Jacob, behold, I, God, am with you. Oh, Jesus. You would swear as an elder of the church if the Lord talking to. Hey, are you with me, people? You would swear he's an elder of the church. You would see he's an anointed, blood-washed member of the church. You would never believe he's an old crook that God is talking to. Behold, I, God, will be with you. Amen. And I will keep you wherever you go. And I promise I'll bring you back to this piece of land. For I will not leave you until I've done what I've spoken. Oh my God. What a mighty God. What a mighty God. What an amazing God. An amazing God. Oh, if we just preach the thing right, there would be more sinners in the church. Ah, what an amazing God. His love, God's grace just blow us away. Blow us away. He says, and if there's any Jacob under the tent tonight, God is extending that mercy to you.